Today we're taking a look at Solana's Sol coin, performing some technical analysis and making some predictions on where we can expect to see Sol go in the near future. Let's get into it. Welcome back into Solana's Sol coin chart, guys. If you'd like to buy Sol or want some free Bitcoin, there are a couple of links down in the description of today's video. And unfortunately for us, Solana has broken through the uptrending line we had in place. The last time we took a look at this coin, we were saying that hopefully we were able to manage this upward trend that we have been seeing all the way to this, I suppose, triangle tip up here. But the rest of the market has fallen and Solana has not been able to breach its 20-day moving average. In fact, the last time we looked at it was the high of the past week or so, and that was a high of $111. The line was breached the following day, as we said could potentially happen. We were, I suppose, hoping that the 50-day moving average combined with this upwards trend would assist us in maintaining that line, but it certainly was not the case. The lowest we then dropped to was on the 25th of April, and that was a value of $92.89. Currently we're sitting at $97, and it looks like we keep testing that $100 mark, and of course $100 is going to be a big point of psychological resistance for a lot of people, I would suggest as well. So first things first, what we're going to do, we're going to basically extend our major area of support, which is at the $80 mark. Ideally, we're hoping we don't get down to that range, but we need to extend it out just in case. And of course, I think it is probably relevant to put in place our $100 target. So let's bring up our $100 target here, just because I was mentioning it's a big psychological point for people. So chucking that one in there is, I suppose, indicating that for us. And you can see plenty of price action along that line too. We sat on that line for a bit as well, but unfortunately this was one that was breached. Now, I'm going to remove the upwards trend. It's broken. It is no longer relevant, but we can see that as well. The 20-day moving average has just crossed below our 50-day moving average. For us, that basically indicates that in the short term at least, we're trending in a downwards direction. So not good from that perspective. Volume though has not been crazy. So whilst yes, we are dropping in value, and we did have a big red day here, we had a bunch of big green days, and the red and green has been pretty consistent. So to me, that's just indicating there are a larger volume of sellers than there are buyers at this point in time, but no dumps or no massive buy-ups either. What I want to do now is basically put in place a trend. I think we're in a bit of a downtrending channel now. So I'm going to basically establish one of those. As you can see, 3 points of touch, 1, 2, 3. That establishes the trend for us. And let's see if we can do the bottom end of this trend as well. I'd be suggesting probably around about here would be the bottom of our trend. We've got touch points on the 13th, on the 14th, and on the 18th. So 3 more touch points. This is the current trading channel. We're moving in this sort of a style. So unless we see a massive spike in buying in the volume, we will continue down all the way to that $80 mark, which is our next key point of support. So keep an eye out for that. Let's have a quick look at a few more indicators. First and foremost, RSI. The RSI, oddly enough, even though we're decreasing in value, hasn't dropped too much at all. From that sort of peak area of on the 19th at 51.7, we've only dropped down to 42.45. And this really comes back to the fact that, in my opinion, there's not like large amounts of sellers, but there's also not large amounts of buyers. It just happens that there is a few more sellers than buyers, and you know, the volume's reflecting that not too many people are doing much at the moment. So as a result, we'll slowly start to creep down, and we'll continue to do so as long as we do remain in this channel. MACD. Let's have a look at that one now. And as you can see, we are still trending parallel to each other with the 12-day and 26-day EMA. It's not looking like it's getting too much closer, and if it does touch, it's only going to be pretty weak, similar to what we saw over here, a weak sort of cross. But for us, that does not indicate strength. if we're going to see a influential cross of the 12-day EMA above the 26-day EMA, we really need a big push in the volume, in particularly from a buying perspective, obviously. Now, where's that going to come from? Personally, I don't think Solana or Sol's going to do it itself. This is going to come from the rest of the crypto market. Specifically, Bitcoin needs to start increasing in value. More confidence needs to come back into the whole crypto market before we start seeing results. So what's my prediction? Well, I'm expecting we're going to see something of this sort of a manner for the near future. I'm not expecting anything amazing to occur, and we'll continue moving down towards that $80 mark. That wraps up today's analysis on Solana's Solcoin, guys. I'd love to hear your thoughts down in the comments section below. Of course, if you did enjoy today's video as well, make sure you do leave a thumbs up. And if you want to see more of this sort of content, hit subscribe and turn on those bell notifications. I'll leave it there for today, guys. I hope you have an awesome day. I'll see you next time. Cheers.